I was driving down the road one day and seeing this little garden fountain sitting along the side of the road. It's got a top to it too, but it said free, and I picked it up. That way they were using it for a flower planter, and I can see why. Is they had it's got some pretty good cracks in it, but I got some caulking. I was going to use some fiberglass, but that's a lot of work for what it would be worth. It cost me way more than what it'd probably be to buy a different new one. So I'm going to clean this up, put some caulking in them cracks, and let it sit. And then I got some Flex Seal. Guy was telling me how he used it on buckets that had cracks in them, and they worked for him. So I'm going to soap this up and use a little bars keeper, soft cleaner, and scrub it up good, and then I'll rinse it out. Okay, I've coated both sides of the cracks. I got a little bit of garbage that blew in there, but I think it'll be okay once it all dries. And the back side dried pretty solid overnight. So once this all gets dried up, I'm going to use some Flex Seal paint on the inside of here and put some water in it and see if it'll hold water. I got a solar fountain coming, pump coming, supposed to arrive tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. I got a can of Flex Seal liquid rubber in a can. So I patched up all the holes that I could with caulking. Now I'm going to go over with this Flex Seal and see how it does. See if I can do it one-handed. It looks like it's coating it pretty good. I think I'm going to try to set that down flat. I'm not sure how much all I got videotaped of cleaning this out. When I got it, it had cracks all over the bottom of it and leaked. I patched it up with some caulking, and then I went over it with some Flex Seal paint, and water's been at same level now for it was about 8:30 last night when I filled it up, and it's 4 o'clock this afternoon now, so it's not leaking too bad if it is. I got to clean out the top part of it, the rock flow part, and get it cleaned out, and then I'll put it together and see if my little solar pump will pump any water through the rocks. It's really a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. There's a pump right there, and of course by the pictures I can never tell. It showed it had a little floaty device that it goes with it. Solar panels upside down. These look like they were going to be about a 6-inch piece of pipe with a topper on it, but it's, as you can see, it's about 1 inch long is all, and a couple toppers. But I'm not going to use those if I can get it to flow water through the rubber tube that goes to the top of the fountain. So I'm going to get that cleaned up, and then I'll see if I can get that pump on that tube. Well, not a humongous flow. And like I said, that's got to be running off the battery backup, because I just have the solar panel there, and it wouldn't do any good to save by covering the solar panel, because it does have a battery backup. I think the battery says it should run like 4 to 6 hours on a charge, or when the battery's charged. So I'll have to find a good place to put this in the yard, and then see what the wife says when she comes back from her trip and where she wants it. But for now, I'm kind of pleased. I got a little bit more wrapped up into it than I wanted to. The fountain, the solar powered pump was 26, but I'd had that in a pump anyway. And then I had about $20 in fixing up the free waterfall landscape timber or landscape thing here. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. Well, I think I got it the way I want it. In front of a few flowers there. We'll see what the wife says when she comes home, but for now, that's where it's at. The birds will find it and drink out of it. I got this trellis behind here, and I'll go get a couple screws and attach the solar panel to the trellis and go from there.